If you want to avoid problems and false allegations, then listen to this advice and heed it at your own peril. There are tons of ways to meet people to have sex with. By the time you're watching this video, there'll be dozens of other opportunities and apps and websites and who knows what to meet up with people to have sex with them. But I'm going to give you a few red flags. If you meet these types of people on any of these dating apps, you must be very careful. If you meet someone on one of these applications and the person immediately within the first date starts talking about their exes, ex-boyfriends, ex-husbands, ex-whatever, as being abusers, rapists, predators, creeps, stalkers, or saying anything like that, you need to be cool, stay calm, and find a way to get out of that date as quickly as possible. A person who goes around making serious allegations to people about other people being rapists, abusers, and whatnot will easily make that accusation against you the next day, the next month. If you break up with them months down the road, you don't treat them well, you're going to be on their list of alleged rapists, and you could end up finding yourself in a criminal proceeding or in some sort of trouble, kicked out of the university, or whatever your circumstance. Another thing is this. If you get involved with someone you just met and they're into violent sex, some of you, when I say this, are thinking, who are you, old man, Mr. Waddington? What do you know? Well, there's always been violent sex. It's just we're seeing a lot more prosecutions of people that are involved in what I would call aggressive sexual behaviors. So if you just met someone, you don't know them. You don't know if they're psychotics. You don't know if they're bipolar, if they're histrionic, if they're borderline. You don't know them. You don't know anything. They could be riddled with every STD. And that person wants you to choke them, abuse them, hit them. Don't do it. I'm telling you, it's leading to a lot of problems for our clients and other people that call our office. As a matter of fact, I just did a case like this in California where the woman drove 2 hours with the intent of being strangled, handcuffed, and dominated. Okay? Sounds like a night of great fun, so my client thought. She showed up riddled with drugs. They engaged in the activities. She was what they call an influencer. She wanted to get followers, and she goes around creating these crazy situations and filming things. And so she filmed a bunch of Snapchats of her claiming she had been kidnapped with the handcuffs on when my guy left to get the key. She was handcuffed, crying, "Oh my God, I don't know who I am. Someone in the military abducted me, and I'm at this secret base." We actually had text messages of her talking to our client about what they were going to engage in, what they were going to do, and then they had the alleged victim try to explain it away. Well, I did agree to be handcuffed, but once he handcuffed me, he started raping me. So even if you think the person is consenting and they sent consent indicating messages like, "Hey, I want you to strangle me and handcuff me to the bed and whip me." If they send you that, that doesn't mean you still won't be charged and they still won't make an allegation. It may be something you can use. It may be suppressed by the government under the rape shield laws, and it could still end up in a court case. Imagine it doesn't end up in a court case, though. In a court case, at least you have a judge, you have a jury, you have the right to present all these arguments. If you're a college student, all you get is the allegation. You get an allegation made against you if you're a college student or you're employed somewhere. It's a low standard of proof. They'll kick you out of the college, you'll lose all your tuition and credits, and you'll be labeled as someone who's a sex offender, predator, not a registered offender, but when you try to get into another college, nobody will touch you with a 10-foot pole because somebody said you tied them up, strangled them, and choked them, and you never even had your day in court. So bottom line is this. If you're going to meet up with someone on any of these dating applications, and they want you to do things to them that are aggressive, that are abusive, that are degrading, and you don't know the person, think twice. Because if the person's not willing to go hang out with you and you get to know them a little bit so you can understand what your boundaries are, they just want to get straight into the action, you are putting yourself at a very high risk of ending up with some sort of a sexual assault case, getting kicked out of the university, getting into trouble if you're in the military, or just finding yourself in a whole lot of hot water. You could also end up with a stalker, which is a topic of another video. But sometimes these women you end up with on these dating apps that are crazy could end up stalking you and extorting money out of you.